Hey all, FrozenFoxy here, trying out something new, kind of a news sort of deal. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this, and perhaps I'll do some more. All links that I'm going to be talking about can be found in the info box if you're interested in learning more about anything I'm going to be talking about. First up, American McGee seems to be at it again, making a brand new title, and much like his other games, it seems to be twisting some childhood fairy tale or other. This one is called Akinero, if I'm pronouncing that right, and looks a little bit like Red Riding Hood has somehow blundered into Japan and found some stylized Oni overlord wolf-like things who seem to want nothing more than to be Red's grandmother. Or to chew her face off, I'm not sure, whichever comes first. After McGee's dropped Wizard of Oz titles in 2004 that looked like a verbatim copy of Alice with a male character, and that horrifyingly dull Grimm title, I'm not really sure where I stand on this one. It might just be Alice Madness Returns with a reskin. I recently saw an ad on YouTube for a new free online game called Free Jack. It looks a lot like Jet Set Radio along with some mechanics from Guns the Duel. It seems to be about parkour racing or something like that, and honestly I'm a fan of free running, so I'll be sure to at least check this out once or twice. The sign up was kind of a little weird since you need to pick not one but two usernames for quote unquote security purposes. Bullocks if you ask me, but in the end, it's a free game and it's not going to cost me anything, so why not? So there's been some blowback recently for Mass Effect 3 about the ending, gay sex, and Day 1 DLC. BioWare apparently just realized that nerds tend to prefer looking at women rather than sweaty men. Me, I just like to go with the classic, if you don't like it, why did you go down that story path to begin with? The fact that you're yelling about it now just sounds like you're trying to remain in the closet. Come on, admit it, guys. Casey Hudson, the executive producer and director of the game, was recently interviewed about Mass Effect 3. When he was asked about how he felt about Kinect voice commands being integrated into the game, he first claimed that the game was great without it, but when the game actually has it, the game loses its quote-unquote gaminess of the experience and becomes a virtual world where you have real conversations. I don't know about you guys, but all I can think about is Commander Joel saying, uh-huh, over and over again.
Uh-huh. 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 What?
Now, I can't really speak toward the ending of this third installment since I haven't even seen the ending of the second game, but Casey seemed to be completely avoiding the subject with some PR mumbo-jumbo when he was asked about it. Basically, what he said was he didn't want the game to be forgettable, and now people are debating about the ending, so that means that he got them talking and has succeeded. Did this guy just hear what he said out loud to that question? Let's make two games with awesome endings, then let's make a third with the worst possible ending we can think of, just because it'll get people talking. That's all we want, to make memories. What the hell, dude? With that kind of attitude, the next Mass Effect is going to end up in a mass grave next to the Atari 2600's ET Extraterrestrial. Screw you and screw your memories.
You are not even listening to what I'm saying, are you? Okay, what does that even mean?
Apparently over the weekend there was some drunken party and the only people invited were Thief the Dark Project, Assassin's Creed, Skyrim, Fable, and Bioshock. The kid that was left behind afterward was this misshapen thing called Dishonored. Honestly, I'm actually pretty excited to check it out. No, you know what? Take my money, goddammit. I'm throwing it at the screen right now. This game looks amazing. Free running, awesome combats, and tons of other awesome stealth elements. I want this game right now. Dishonored needs to come out. Amazon is having something called the Deal of the Week in video games going on right now, which has 19 Ubisoft downloadable games for under $5 and they're all DRM free. Not bad, especially if you don't own them. There's some fairly good titles available on that list, including Far Cry and some of the Splinter Cell games. Finally, we have the Indie Underdog Pack, or 1UP as they've been calling it. Unlike some of the other indie bundles out there, this one is meant to not only fund the creators of the games, but also to fund the creation of future indie titles. Not a bad idea there. It's kind of like Tim Schafer's adventure game Kickstarter project that happened recently, except you get some games immediately, and you might get some games in the future if you pay enough. Not sure these titles are exactly my style, but hey, almost free games funding new games is pretty darn cool. If you're interested in checking this stuff out, remember that all the links about the things I've talked about can be found in the info box, wherever that might be. Also, remember to leave a comment and let me know if you want to see more of this video game news kind of stuff with me, and maybe we'll see some more of these videos in the future. See y'all later.